Hi, welcome. You're a beautiful soul. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all that you are. So I've had an interesting comment on one of my videos, Laurie S, and she commented saying that how can I help my masculine not feel dead inside? So I'm going to be talking a bit about this today, and I'm going to get some messages from the universe through tarot cards as well. But I'd just like to say from my own perspective that you can send your masculine, love, unconditional love. And, you could do this by meditating, visualizing, really imagining, sending that purple light to him, any colored light that you are guided to do. But purple light is the light of unconditional love. So that, really help, just talking to your divine masculine in a way of, even on the 5D, you can talk and come together and just say that, I'm always there for you. You can say this out loud, and trust me, that will go to him. That will go to his conscious or subconscious. He'll get, if you talk telepathically, that will go to him. If you say out loud, I'm always here for you. I know that you are learning lessons. I know that you are going through these, these hard times right now. I know that you are feeling lost and alone, because a lot of the divine masculines are feeling this way. They just don't want to admit that right now. So how can you, help your divine masculine not feel dead inside? Well, really start to work on yourself as well. Because when you start working on yourself, divine feminines, trust me, that will inspire your divine masculine. And this is what the divine masculine needs, that inspiration, that, that basically a kick up the arse to go and do and find things that he truly does wish and desire to do, not go out there and do things that's going to temporarily fulfill him, where, going out, having a drink, going out with, with mates, same goes for the same sex twins as well. If you are, in that dynamic as well. So how can you help your, divine masculine is work on yourself. You really work on yourself to work on another, because as you work on yourself, you really put in that, as you are connected to, your divine masculine, you have your own sort of consciousness, collective consciousness. Like we have a consciousness that we can tap into collectively. So you and your divine masculine have that consciousness where, you can tap into that. And when you put things in that, when you work on yourself, when you give yourself that self-love, that goes into that. And then that helps your divine masculine, because that's there. Open for your divine masculine to access, so that he can, ground them light codes in, ground that information within his being, and then he can work on himself. But it's all about how can your divine masculine, the divine masculines need to really start releasing this emotion now, really start releasing this emotion, so that they can, really start, becoming on their journey, start their journey in a way of unconditional love. And it is hard to release emotion. As a divine masculine myself, it is really hard to release that emotion when you've never released emotion before. These divine masculines, who are in that way, haven't, taught themselves how to release that emotion in society. A man, or, a divine masculine as a woman aren't, really taught to release that emotion. They keep that energy within them, and this is why you feel that way inside, because it's all that emotion, and it's not emotion of high vibration. It's emotion of, hurt and pain, emotion of regret, emotion of things that where they can't, fully understand. So how you can, help your divine masculine is really working on yourself, really getting yourself to that vibration where you then can telepathically communicate, where you can then send that energy, send that Reiki energy to him, where you can show him how much of an inspiration that you can be, where you can show him how to become a leader, where you can show him, everything, him or her, the angels are saying. So just believing in the divine, believing in all these things and having faith along this journey. And more than likely the divine masculine needs to feel this way. And without the divine masculines feeling this way, they would stay comfortable, and the divine masculines need to feel uncomfortable so that they can change and transmute those energies. So, in a way, it's sort of a good thing that your divine masculine is feeling this way, because he then can, start to change his life. He'll get that, option. You can carry on feeling this way, or you can change your life for the better. And trust me, they want to change their lives. They want to turn it around. They're just afraid, what will society think? What will my friends and family think? But this is all part of the journey. They have to overcome that. They have to, be strong. They have to become that stag. They have to become that lion. They have to release their throat chakra. They have to, become strong. They have to work on themselves instead of hiding away from who they truly are. So we're going to get some cards, just some guidance. So how can the divine feminines help their divine masculine? Going to have some cards. We're going to use the Wildwood Tarot today. Okay, this is remarkable because we have the Green Woman here. So how can you help your divine masculine be creative? We've got the number 3 here. It's all about creative, and we've got the Green Woman. So concentrating on your own life, concentrating on your own vibration, keeping your own vibration high, flying high, they're saying. Keep walking your path of that least resistance. Be authentic to yourself. Embody your own, that own essence, and keep that essence. And really start loving yourself, which you are doing, divine feminines. And rebirth. 8 of Vessels, rebirth. So keep flowing, keep getting that, that source energy, keep flowing into you, keep being open to this, keep being open to this. And as you're going for a rebirth as well, it will trigger that in your divine masculine. It will trigger that rebirth, your true twin flame, that authentic, being of light that you both are. You come together for this healing process to begin. And, twin flame connections are all different. You're never going to get, the same connection. It's never going to always be the same. You're going to have an individual experience on your journey, and another will have another. It's part of those 2 individuals, what they have sort of, agreed to have that experience before they have come here. To learn about certain things, to learn about catalysts, to learn about things like that, to learn about self-love, to learn about patience, to learn about that, that no one else could fulfill me in that way that, another could. But definitely rebirth is happening for the divine feminines. You're going through another shift consciously. You're opening to that cosmic consciousness, and you're really going to be opening, your eye of your mind, they're saying. And, your brain waves are going to change. All these things are happening, especially with the earth raising its consciousness and its field, all those things that are happening. It's all in divine timing. So along your journey, you'll meet certain people because it's meant to be. And we've got another card coming off here because, yes, instruction. We've got the 10 of Arrows. So, the high self is really coming down right now and telling you that, instruction from your higher self. You're an old soul. Your old soul is really, the high self of the masculine, is really helping the masculines guide them along their way and shoot that arrow into something positive, into something that's going to have, that potential there. So the masculines are, really learning these lessons because they're meant to learn these lessons. It's part of their soul growth. It's how they're going to ascend, because we ascend by, our soul learning lessons. We learn lessons on the 3D, and, some of us choose to come back here, purely for soul growth. And this is what we are doing. This is what the Twin Flame Collective is doing. We have come down here for a reason. We have come here for this reason, to have this experience, to show others how to love unconditionally. This is why a lot of, the divine feminines think, well, why do people think and feel that way? Why do people react to those situations that way? Why do they do that? It's all abnormal to, us, because, we have progressed on a soul. We are old souls, so this is why we feel this way. This is why we do the things we do, and this is why the masculines hide behind their emotion, because as they're an old soul and as they have been through that, you know, their soul sort of knows that it's about divine timing as well. It's about learning those lessons. It's about going through those lessons at full force and not giving up. So if you really want to give up on your journey because you are not with your divine masculine, because you don't see that happening, then you need to reevaluate your journey. You need to reevaluate the fact that it's all about having that love for yourself. Because having love for yourself really opens those doors to now love another. Without you first loving yourself, you can't fully love another. You can't fully know what that means. Because to love yourself is so pure and honest. And when we love another from then, we love that person in a way where we can say, okay, they're another soul. We are equal to them, and they can do whatever they want, and I'll still love them unconditionally because they're a soul. I won't get jealous. I won't get, in that way of being in that painful energy of regret and all these things. But this is all part of the journey. This is all part of what we need to learn, because we need to learn this to grow. We need to learn this to ascend to a higher level of consciousness, because we need to learn this for, our soul. And as our soul gets brighter and brighter and, when we embody more and more of our soul as well, we just become more aware as well. This is why it's all about, raising your vibration as well, because as we know, the universe is, on this vibrational plane where we're all vibrations, and the more we raise our vibrations, the more we can have a perspective. So if we're here on our journey, we can have a perspective of everything below us. But if we're below and things are above us, we can only have a perspective of the things below us. So we need to really raise our vibrations now and consciousness, so we can have that perspective and that outlook of unconditional love, because that's what it really is. That's how it will affect the divine masculine as well. Because as you are connected, as the more you raise your awareness and your vibration, the more energy and, telepathic energy you'll be able to send to them. Because the more faith and belief you will have, the more light you will be able to embody in your being. Because the more high vibration you are, the more light you hold, the more source you can channel. Because we are all beings that can channel energy. Because we are all we're all individual, but we're all made of the same thing. We're all made of consciousness. So it doesn't matter if it's a brick, if it's a human being, that brick to that human being are the same and they're equal. It's like an ant to a lion. That ant and that lion is equal. They're made of the same things. They're just as precious as one another. And when you treat the world this way, that's when, love is surely going to be coming your way. So I really hope you have a magical day. Remain calm, remain in that peace and that serenity energy, because it's in that energy where we find ourselves. So I really hope you have a magical day. Namaste.